Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. So normally Hearthstone trolls me by giving me warrior every single time, even though I basically hate playing warrior in the arena and virtually never choose them. But this time it's found a different approach. These are the last 3 classes I've used. I normally go primarily by which class I've done the least recently. The last 3 were these 3, so screw it, take whoever I want. I want to try Shaman again. I want to do better as a Shaman. Druid is also tempting. They're 2 of my favorites for the arena. Emperor Cobra is pretty strong, but we're going to take the Knife Juggler because he can just go crazy sometimes. We get a bonus rare immediately. Take the Young Priestess to give extra health to totems, which is kind of weird, but doable. Or the Twilight, you know what, I'm going to take the Twilight Drake because he's mostly a Yeti. And if I'm making totems a lot, I can conserve cards to some degree and hopefully end up with a fat Twilight Drake. But unlike the stupid Mountain Giant, you can still just cast him as like a 4-2 or a 4-3 if you have to. It's not that big a deal. It's not like you just can't cast him sometimes. I don't know what I'm going to get for fat stuff. War Golem is definitely not the best use of 7 mana, though. If you can get something fat, you want more efficient or stronger or something. He's not it. Spell damage is tempting, but we're going to take Hex because I'm obviously going to need to have those to some degree. Darkscale Healer, the Healing Yeti, is pretty strong, but I don't know. Farseer is also pretty good. I'm going to go with... that's really tough. I'm going to take the Healer. Why not? She's got more actual combat power. Her card does more, even though it's more expensive and the other guy's pretty efficient. Yeah, we'll go with that. I'm unlikely to get any weapons. I mention it every time that this sort of thing comes up. Shaman weapons... no, I'm getting it confused. Shaman has a common weapon, so I could get several of those, and it's pretty good. But one of their weapons is epic, so it's really unlikely I'm going to get that. That reduces the odds overall that I'll have weapons for him. Of course, he's way better than the Murloc. I'm actually going to take the Raid Leader, just because I'm a Shaman. He's the least useless in a Shaman deck, because I'm probably going to be making totems. You're bad. You're not good. Demolisher is good, so that was an easy choice. So we could get the Stoneskin Gargoyle, who is cool if you buff him. Otherwise, usually not that big a deal. His healing himself to full at the beginning of your turn is a cool ability, but he's still kind of weak. Forked Lightning kills stuff, which is good. The Overload is incredibly painful, though. It's not, even though it's so cheap, it's not good for early game. It's better for like late game if you can play something, you get out an army, you can still play something with most of your mana, and then also blow things up. But we're going to take the Bluegill Warrior, because he's pretty efficient. They need to spread these out, because these are all very good cards. But I have to take the Flame Tongue Totem, because I complained so much last time, and frankly, I have to take the Flame Tongue Totem anyway. Dancing Sword. I could have almost done a milling deck here, as Briarstone is fond of doing. I'm not as fond of milling your opponent in Hearthstone, since the only way to do it is to give them free stuff. It can be done, it can work, but I'd rather take Flame Tongue Totem. Because they're amazing. Okay, this row is pretty interesting. Shade of Noxramas and the Molten Giant are both potential, ways to kill your opponent. The Shade is definitely a lot easier to play early on. But I think I'm going to take the Molten Giant, because I really like Molten Giants. He's more straightforward what do you do with him. And he's a good target for the Windspeaker. You're inefficient. You're inefficient one way. You're just too fragile for something you invest so much mana in. You're inefficient another way. You're, not doing enough to be a card. You are excellent. You're giving me a 3-3, which is not great for, 4 mana. It's actually pretty bad. But a 3-3 is still a decent-sized minion for a card, and your battle cry is amazing because you can, say, double my Molten Giant's attack. Again, I could have given my opponent a lot of free cards. I hate that card. This card I consider pretty worthless. I'm sure somebody swears by it, but not me. I mostly swear at it. We're going to take Forked Lightning because at least it can kill stuff. It has drawbacks, but it has some pretty strong advantages. So my choices here, I'm not going to have anything to buff this guy to make him really worth his while. So do I take offense or defense right now based on what I have? I think my deck's going to be a little bit of slow playing it. I think I'm going to go with the defense. Ooh, this is interesting. So reincarnate. What do I have that would be great to reincarnate? If I had if I'd kept the Rocketeer, you could play the Rocketeer for 6, attack for 5, then 2 more mana, reincarnate her, attack for another 5 with charge. Things that don't have charge, you don't get an extra attack out of this. Technically, I can do it to the Bluegill. Didn't help much for that. Probably bad with the Twilight Drake. Windspeaker, he's not doing battle cries. It's really for death rattles. I don't think this is helping me out so much right now. It is a very strong card. It could potentially work out with some of my stuff I get later, but do I want Ancestral Healing? I mean, it is a way to give taunt to the Molten Giant, or heal something that is damaged pretty bad. But no, we're just going to take another Hex. Hex eliminates an enemy. Frost Shock. I think I'd rather have the Rocketeer. Killing my opponent with. Fire Elemental beats just about anything. It's a death machine. And Lightning Bolt, similarly, beats a lot of things. Frost Shock for 1, or Lightning Bolt for 3, even though it costs more, it's got drawbacks. Lightning Bolt, very good. I don't have that many cheap minions, but Windspeaker is really strong. Do have a little bit of battle cries. No, not that much. No, I'll go Windspeaker. Have some power on the late end. Farsight is such a weird card, right? Because you're paying 3 mana to cycle a card, just to like go through your deck faster. It means you get to the good cards faster, which, especially in a constructed deck, has some value. And you get your 3 mana refunded if you play that card in the same turn. You draw a card if you play that same card that turn. That's the more minions you have, the better that seems, especially if they're minions who cost 3 or more. The more like overload spells you have, the worse that is. It's kind of risky. And of course, if your stuff's too expensive, that might also not work, because you're only getting back the same 3 mana you paid for this. So it's not giving you any more mana. It's a messed up card, weird. Big Game Hunter is pretty straightforward. He blows up other people's giants, and he's got okay stats, even if they're not the way I'd like. The Kodo is good. It blows things up, but I've got to take the Feral Spirit. I love Feral Spirit. It's amazing. These knights are both pretty decent for fighting, but I think I have to take a Bloodlust, so I have 1 in here. It's a potential game winner. And wow, I wish I had taken one of the other good cards in that last row so I could take this Bloodlust. Miracle of Hindsight. I don't want any stupid dancing swords. Yes, it's fat, and I could have had like a million 4/4 for 3 guys, but it has to kill something of your opponent's just to break even with the free card you're giving them. Mad Scientist, I can't have any secrets. I'm not a secret class, so even though he's an amazing card, he's not good for me. So I guess it's another Bloodlust. Might be too heavy on the Bloodlusts. I don't have any way to give this taunt. I did pass up on some of those. I guess we'll take the Jungle Panther. Got 2 Flame Tongue totems, which would make deadly Dust Devils, but it's just going to screw me. I think I have a lot of battle cries, don't I? Big Game Hunter, Twilight Drake, Windspeakers, Darkscale Healer, Fire Elemental. Yeah, I've got an average amount of battle cries, so this is not especially helpful to me. I could still use it early on. I mean, I'm controlling when I use it, so if it's going to hurt me, if I think it's going to hurt me more than my opponent, I wouldn't play it. Do I take the Nightblade instead? It's doing more for the card. I guess I will, even though I don't like it that much. It's kind of slow. Frostwolf Warlord is very good. My casting cost stuff, though, I've got him. He's only going to be played in the late game, even though his mana cost is wonky. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minions that cost 5 or more, plus 2 bloodlusts. No, you know what? I as much as the Earth Shock would be really nice, I think I should probably take the Warlord. There's more fighting power. You know, Boulder Fist Ogre is great, but because I just took the Warlord, I think I should take the Fairy Dragon. Because I do not have a ton of low-cost minions to go with my Flame Tongue totems and stuff. I've got the totems, obviously. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fairy Dragon. Sorry, Ogre. We'll miss you. Bonus rare here, these are not my favorite ones. The Mana Addict, 1/3 for 2 is like, meh. It's like okay stats. I don't have that many spells to boost her with. I've got Pharaoh Spear, 2 hexes, 2 bloodlusts. I could take the Manatide Totem, which if you can protect it, it'll draw you more cards. If you can't protect it, it's still going to replace itself, and your opponent's got to spend some effort killing it. Or I could take the Ravenhold. You know what? I'm going to take the Ravenhold Assassin because I have 2 Wind Speakers. This is just like a kill combo, practically. You play the Assassin one turn, then the next turn you play the Wind Speaker, you hit them for 14. So, this is tricky. I don't have anything to really work with the Worgen, but the Tidehunter would give me... I have 2 Bloodlusts and 2 Flame Tongue totems already, so this would give me more minions to work with those, but I think I have to take the Flame Tongue totem, because it's a friggin' Flame Tongue totem, and they're awesome. Oh my god, this is getting ridiculous. Well, I'm going to go 4 Flame Tongue totems. They'll buff each other. It's fine. Not Angry Chicken. This is my last card, right? Do I take a minion or a Lava Burst? I do want to have enough minions to buff with my other stuff, but I think I'm going to take the Lava Burst anyway, because it could blow something up. I need to have minions for my Flame Tongue totems and for my Bloodlusts, even though I can obviously make totems. The Emperor Cobra should kill something big if I can keep the board clear enough for it. It's... Wow, that is a tough choice. Much as I should probably take the Lava Burst, I think I'm going to take the Cobra. I have a little bit of a bias towards minions. Well, I've got 4 Flame Tongue totems, so it should be harder to complain now. I still got no good area spells. I have 1 Fork Lightning. I didn't get any of the, like, Death Storms to go with it. But I have 4 Flame Tongue totems. And 2 Wind Speakers. Some okay fat stuff. 2 Bloodlusts. Having 2 Bloodlusts is... I'd almost rather just have 1. But you saw the order it came in. I have a lot of kill combos. I have to survive long enough to get to the kill combos, basically. We're going to pitch you, because you're a late game, you're to go with the other guys. And we're going to pitch you and hope we get something cheaper, even though we probably get something more expensive. Yeah. Hex. Yeah. Squelch. Wind Speaker is back. I'm back, baby. Based on this start, it's almost tempting to coin out a totem. Because then I could play the Flame Tongue next to it and use the totem to kill whatever she puts out. 3 out of 4 totems will not die to a single shot from that. I really hate to use my coin on something so junky, but it is kind of like a card that I'm not getting back. My ability for that turn. I mean, I could save it, try and coin out the Twilight Drake, but it's vulnerable to silence. I know that's not a big deal, but I'm just brainstorming. It would be coming out turn 3. Now, I think I'm actually going to coin out a totem, as silly as it seems. With the Flame Tongue, I think it actually works out to be worthwhile. If she plays anything that has 2 or less hit points, I can use that to kill it.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Yeah, like that. Unless she didn't have the Mirror Image to go with it, because of course she makes Mirror Image and Arcane Missile free. Now, so I gotta put out and expose one of my totems. I happen to know I have lots of them. But it means that my coin did kill her guy. So, yay. Alright, that sucks pretty bad because he doesn't die from it. That's like an amazing use for him. I could make a totem. I guess I got a Feral Spirit, even though it means I can't do much next turn. And he can kill one of them. It sucks. If she had Frost Bolted my Flame Tongue totem, that would have been okay. The fact that it was this guy was bad. Bloodlust, noted. Oh, I did get a Taunt totem, but it doesn't help because I don't have the mana to put out a, anything. You've got to be kidding me. So if I play him, he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hit points. So she goes boom, and then kills him. This guy's got 2 left. Not great. I'm just trying to think of how it's actually going to work out. Because if I play something really big, then this guy kills that, and he kills my big thing. I'd rather kill this with something, and then, like, hex this guy on the following turn, like have him waste his turn attacking that. That's really unreliable. What I'm thinking is I play the Nightblade. I leave that out for a turn. Hope it doesn't bite me in the ass too hard. I could also play him and make a totem. I don't think that helps me too much right now, although I do have a Bloodlust. But then he'll use this to kill that, and use him to kill the totem. I guess it'll do what I want, though. You know what? I'm going to do it that way. Save the silly Nightblade for later. Get the use out of my totems. Yeah, if she's left with just this guy, then I can hex him. I kind of like leaving him out for a turn first, even though it's a little risky. That's no good. You're going to Arcane Intellect twice. That'd be really annoying. Okay. It's still bad, but could have been worse. So I can't do anything good and still hex. That's pretty annoying. Now, if that guy hits this, then I could finish it with my Fire Elemental next turn. Which is wasting 1 mana each turn. Not ideal, but not the end of the world. It's either that or hex and just make a totem. I do have a Bloodlust in my hand, so it's not the worst thing ever, but it's not good. I don't really want this guy to just kill him, just to do 3 damage. It's back variable. No, okay, we're just gonna do this. Well, I would say, yay, I got a 1/1. It can kill that, except that she can just shoot this one.
I got the best deals anywhere.
Oh, that's not good. Super not good. If she'd played him but left the 1/1 alive, I might have been able to do something with the Bloodlust, but I don't have a way to do 1 damage to him to finish him with this guy. That is bad. She's going to draw a million cards, and there's nothing I can do about it. The best I can do is just... that. I have a handful of strong stuff, but she's just getting crazy card advantage. She gained 1 from the Arcane Intellect, and she gained 1 from the Arcane Explosion, and any more spells are just going to give her more... Oh, see. Free Fireball. Awesome. There's that perfectly for killing him, and she gets to beat me for 4, and I can't do anything about that right now. God damn it. I think we're just going to do this and that. And I'm just going to continue to be ravaged by the card drawing. If I somehow end up with multiple totems alive, the Bloodlust is an option. If I drew the Murloc with charge, that would be good. Another free fireball. Great.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, hooray! Wow, she did not want me to have the spell damage totem. That also means I don't have any totems left. Which is pretty horrible. The lightning bolt now. That would have been useful like a million years ago when I could have done this and this and killed him before she drew 1,000 cards. She drew like 1,000 cards. This is 7 mana. I can make a totem. If I get spell damage, I can just blow him up and take out something else. No, okay. Fine. For all I know, she's running out of spells now. So that probably didn't even do much, but I had to try. So she can already just go boom, shoot, and then trade these two guys for my 6/5. And of course, have a million cards.
Your magic shall not save me.
Going to silence him? Okay. Massively growing ghoul. Awesome. And so this thing's still in the way, even if I bloodlust. No. Not even gonna tolerate that. I've just got no way to come back here. Well, that would let me do 14, potentially, but that's not helping right now. I'm going to play him. He'll just get smaller otherwise. And this, I guess.
Never know what
While I'm busy getting my ass kicked by this ghoul, I needed to kill the auctioneer, now I need to kill the ghoul. And either way, I'm still pretty boned. So many cards.
Give me a quest. Your magic shall
The
not
taunt on
save
this has actually been screwing me because she's been able to keep my stuff dead all the time. Like, she's just had total board control the whole game, and now she's getting rewarded by growing flesh-eating ghoul. No, that's about it. Even if I get a taunt totem, I'm toast. I just could not get anything done the whole stupid game. Wow. Yay.
I hear you got a problem.
It doesn't matter. Very dead. Friggin' hate mages, but like she just ran over me with the auctioneer. She got it out at the right time, was able to keep my board clear. Every time I put something out, she fireballed it and got a free card for fireballing it. There wasn't any way to come back against that. So, not a good start. But, well, I think the deck is solid. I think I got kind of screwed on my opponent there, and or just her, like, having a great draw. But mostly just got screwed on the opponent, I think. We'll see if I can do any better next time.
Please click the like button, though there may be a small chance of lycanthropy. Just make sure the only animals around are good ones. You don't want to become like a were-toad or were-gerbil or something.
And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.